So before I forget, I want to cover how I Facebook stalk my clients. So stalking is kind of a harsh word. I like to call it more professionally something along the lines of intensive research of an individual. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you my KV Core platform. If you have a KV Core or something like KV Core, I just want to show you how to search for someone's Facebook account. So let's say this lead comes in. Let's see, pick one. We're going to pick Amy Spencer right here. Please do not take Amy Spencer's information, but I just wanted to show you how this works. So lead comes in, Amy Spencer's wanted a home evaluation, right? You're going to go to the right-hand side right here. You're going to click more actions. You're going to go all the way down to Facebook. Okay, Facebook is going to show you who that person is. So if Amy Spencer, the person who's in your KV course, if you go back to KV Core, you see this email address. If your lead used the same email address that they used on Facebook when they created their Facebook account, you can find their Facebook account. You can take it one step further and even find them on LinkedIn. If they use the same thing, you can find them on Google. You can find them on Spokeo. So the reason why I want you to use that is because I want you to get super familiar with your person, right? I want you to know maybe who they voted for. Do they like pets? Do they have children? Do they like sports? Which type of sports, right? So when you go to someone's profile, you get a good understanding of who they are. And then, I hate to break it to you, but you have to be a really, really, really good actress. I may or may not have lied in my career a couple of times of who I voted for, just so I can get the listing. Okay, I may or may not absolutely love basketball when I'm like, I don't even know where to find it on TV to watch it. Okay, so in order for you to win someone over, you do have to become something interesting to them, and they have to find something in common with you. The easiest way to do that is to research them, stalk them, research them, intensive research of an individual. Okay, you can do that through your own KV Core by going to your profile when the lead comes in, or you can plug their information in there if this is a manual lead, right? Like a SAT generated lead. Plug that information in there, and then KV Core is going to find you them on Facebook if you're not Facebook friends already. And then research them before you go to the appointment. The next one that I think is super important, I got this training one time about body language. And you would think like, I remember sitting in that training, I'm like, seriously, how does this ever going to apply to what I do? I'm a realtor. Why does body language important? You have no idea. It's super important. Your body language of how you show up. This quote will explain it best probably. Your energy will introduce you long before you introduce you. So body language, being certain of who you are and carrying yourself in that way, it's half the job, right? Think of it this way. If I showed up to a listing appointment and I was telling you how amazing I am and how I can get you millions of views on social media, but I can't even make eye contact and I'm twiddling my rings and I'm whispering like a little mouse, do you want to hire me? No, right? They're all like, well, I don't know how this is going to work out for us, honey. That's what they're going to be thinking. Also, the other thing about body language is super important. If your sellers are sitting back at the dining room table and they're super nonchalant about this listing, then you're going to sit down, you're going to sit back, and you're going to be super nonchalant about this opportunity. If your listings are, if your sellers are super excited and oh my gosh, I can't wait because they only have 2 days because his husband got a job and oh my gosh, I can't wait, then you're going to be right in their face and you're going to be talking fast and you're going to tell them how amazing you are and why they should use you, and then you sign right here because we only have 2 days. You have to speak with their speed. You have to mimic their body language. If they're right up in your face, then you're going to be right up in their face. If they sit back and they're nonchalant, you're going to sit back and you're going to be nonchalant. It's super hard to match someone's body language if it's not your personality type. You just have to do it. Because when they realize that you are just like them, you got the job. Right? The next one is neuro-linguistic programming. It's a very, very fancy word of saying, learn to speak like they do. If your seller says, oh my gosh, we have 3 kiddos, they're 17, 15, and 9, then you're going to be like, oh my gosh, your kiddos are beautiful. You're not going to say your children or your son and the 2 daughters. You're going to say kiddos if they say kiddos. If they call a dog a puppy, you're going to call it a puppy, not a dog. So language is super important because you have to speak their language. So pay attention to these little cues as they are talking and do that. Also, in another way, their communication style is super important. If someone is a texter, Don't call them every 5 minutes because they're going to be annoyed by you. If they text you, you text them back. If they call you, you call them back. If they email you, email them back. Because that's their communication style. Okay.